Browne situation with his last fight. I think Marcus is just at the point where he wants
younger than Jack, wants to utilize his physical tools, and a
great point earlier that Badou Jack isn't some wildly aggressive fighter, but he keeps
foot to the outside of Browne, and there again twice now as
well, and Browne also understands positioning from his own offensive standpoint.
And there's Jack leading into Browne, a lot coming, a 175-pound champion, effective jab by Browne, and then Jack just mauling Browne on the ropes. And again, Jack just mugging Browne on the ropes.
Body of the body puncher, and there he is, ripping right hooks and a double right hook. And then when we had the fighter meeting with him,
there's a shot to the body and another shot landed, but Paulie Browne trying to make work of some innovative angles as well here.
Yes, and I think miss from where you're standing because the body's much bigger and you can't really slip
things out. And ultimately, he usually does. We'll see if he does in this fight. Be inside so that Jack can't throw in there. Browne on the ropes. He smothered his own punches. Couldn't quite get enough done.
And Kovalev, of course, has his own issues now. It's an unfortunate. Browne still trying to figure each other out.
You know, so you're starting to see the fight slowly evolving.
And this is round number 5. But Browne still utilizing that wide stance and
yeah, that may be something that we see as an issue for Browne because more nuanced about it.
Exactly. Warning him again not to hold.
Yeah, and when you put your head underneath your opponent's chin, you force him to kind of raise his head up, you know,
and Badou Jack just not making the most of those opportunities.
Right hook by Browne. 35-year-old Badou Jack.
Well, I was just going to say it's certainly in terms of technique the worst performance we've seen from Jack.
That left hand upstairs. Jack misses. Badou Jack, who, well, comes off a very frustrating 5th round. It's fallen on deaf ears thus far.
Yeah, and this is going to be a tough night for Tony.
I keep seeing Browne
It's a struggle in different ways. Marcus Browne has shown some great combinations, some great work.
That dynamic, the southpaw versus right-hander dynamic there as well. And also,
which has always been a big weapon against the southpaws, hasn't gotten there yet.
A minute left in the 6th.
In this fight.
Yeah, I think he was
good counter right hand sword.
Which had some repercussions for him.
He's taking his time, keeping his composure, and he's winning the fight. Experience is on Manny's side. It's a good, intriguing matchup.
12-round matchup, and now Jack but gets cooked again with that right hook, but Jack,
he has power.
Our unofficial scorer, Steve.
You know, Jack has a very good jab, and Paulie can explain better than me why it's so hard for a right-hander to land a jab against a lefty. He's going to win this fight.
Facing each other, but the lefty is used to seeing more righties than a right-hander. Oh, headbutt there. And Jack is going to have to fight with this now. So that just got more difficult for Badou Jack.
Is he okay? You all right?
Directly in the middle of his forehead. If the blood flows, it
would be less likely to see the fight stop with that kind of a cut.
1-point hold. Stop that.
Well, Tony Weeks admonished the corners.
So that cut is not in a bad place for the fight to be stopped, but it doesn't mean it's not going to get in Jack's eyes. Jack, you know that.
Part of his strategy is holding on the inside, and he's going to have a hard time continuing to do it.
So a tough night at the office has become even tougher for Badou.
You're losing the fight.
For us, Amber is a cut man.
They gotta stop it.
We'll take one more look at it, a little closer look. And yeah, there was really no one's fault. Do some good. Now, Jack had landed a nice left hand, and
round number 8, suffering a cut in round 7.
Because of that cut, they would go to the scorecards, end up being a 10-8 round.
Blooded, and he's forced to fight because he's behind on the scorecards. You know the
landing those punches. 25 seconds left in the 8th, potentially the final round of this fight. But Badou.
I need sneaky with a big hook. I need sneaky with a big hook with pressure. Look like this, look.
Round number 9, Badou Jack. Marcus Browne.
They know if there's holding, he's already been
To force him to hold, and it's hard to keep pressuring when you can't really see, because you don't want to run into a big shot, but you don't see the shots coming. And Marcus, that's a lot of power coming from Browne.
Trying to keep targeting the cut, the gash in the middle of Badou Jack's forehead. Browne looking to continue to blind Badou Jack. If he's not blind,
Smear the blood.
right hand that caught the shoulder of Browne by Jack, but again, Jack. Al, we have Jack almost keeping that right shoulder really close to him. I mean,
And it's not even just the cut, it's also if he's not going to be able to see the shots coming because of the blood.
diverse attack. He used the hook. He's been going down to the body.
We got you. Yo, he got nothing. Yo, you letting him off the hook, baby.
Yo, he's more tired than you.
I know, but I'm not taking no chances.
Yeah, no, but
I got it.
put his mouth in. Let's go. Take the chair. Take the stool.
he's not going to take any chances that he has this fight well in. And so far here in round 10, he's controlling the fight and living up to what he just said in the corner. Now Jack, though, turns him around, and Jack from Marcus Browne, who's been highly effective throughout the fight. All right, our unofficial score, Steve Farhood. How do you have it? Well, Jack is feeling the punches of Marcus Browne, led by that effective. And Browne continues to pick away at Jack, who power punches. It's a great performance from Marcus Browne.
Sit down, sit down, sit down. Sit down, sit down.
4 draws, 13 knockouts. You wonder now what, I mean, Lou Del Valle trying to keep Badou Jack in the fight.
Yeah, can't see. I mean, Jack never retreats like this. He literally can't see. You see this? That'll...
To wonder, you know, the fans applauded Paulie.
And you know,
Stop. I got you. Let him go.
Just utilizing the straight left and now the jabs.
you know, he'll surprise him with some headshots as well.
Yeah, I hate to say it, that's an apt analogy.
It makes no sense to me.
Oh, there's another right hand by Badou Jack. Big stop with all the blood we've seen.
I've been in blackouts before
And yet, Badou Jack tries to get on the inside again, but
for Marcus Browne, it is just all about.
And I'm telling you, he can't see much.
Fight. Marcus Browne on his bicycle, backing up to the ropes. Marcus Browne just wanting to keep distance. Oh, the blood and guts on display of Badou Jack by Marcus Browne.
It's a wrong night for us all to wear pink.
The character and the guts of Badou Jack since round 7. There it is, Al. He continued to fight. Russ Amber did all he could to try to stem the blood flow. Gash in his forehead, just a sickening cut.
Remember, Browne had been controlling the fight. There is the clash of heads. After that point, they would have gone to the scorecards. The blood everywhere.
And that opened it up bad. And a little veteran move here with holding the head down.
That's right. And then the uppercut comes. And that...
Let's make it, let's get the official decision from Jimmy Lennon Jr. Puts himself in line for an opportunity at one of the 100.